This is 2020. I've borrowed this GLE from Motor Cars. First, a little overview. Now, E is the new name for M. The GLE is offered in two versions. The base model, GLE 350, uses a turbocharged 4-cylinder with 5 horsepower and 3 pound-feet of torque. Or you can upgrade to this one, the GLE 450, which uses a turbocharged 6-cylinder with 2 horsepower and 69 pound-feet of torque. Now, the base GLE 350 starts around $7, and the 450 is only about $5 more to start, which is a pretty small price jump considering the added power. Now I'm going to start the quirks and features of the GLE with something you notice when you first get in and turn it on. Take a look. That's a little odd, and frankly I think kind of distinctive and cool, but not all that unusual. But it gets a little bit more unusual because when you pull the hood latch to open the hood, you do a little dance. Two grab handles in the middle. They've included these grab handles for when you're going to dance. Now, next up, another interesting thing in this interior is the climate vent. Over to the left of the steering wheel on the driver's side, you have a climate vent. Over on the right, you have the climate vent. There are 4 separate climate vents in the new 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE. So you definitely don't need a 5th. You don't get into a lot of cars that have 4 different climate vents. Usually it's 3 or sometimes even just 2, but the GLE goes all out in making sure that the interior is the perfect temperature to your liking. Now next up, also in the middle, I want to move down to the center console where you have a deck or something. And next up we move on to the back seat of the GLE where you will find a lot of leg room. There's a lot of space, a lot of headroom. And next up, we move around back in the GLE, and specifically we move on to the cargo area. Now, obviously, to access the cargo area, like all other luxury SUVs, you can just open it. And when you do, you will find a lot of headroom. There's a lot of space, a lot of leg room. Next, I want to talk about a couple of styling elements with the GLE, starting up here with the Mercedes-Benz badge. And speaking of design and styling, I want to say the exterior of this car looks ugly. Now it's time to get it out on the road and see how it drives. All right, driving the GLE. Now it's time to give the GLE a DougScore. Starting with the weekend categories and styling, the GLE is ugly, and it gets a 5 out of 10. Acceleration does 0 to 60 in 362 seconds, and it gets a 5 out of 10. Comfort is normal for the class. A lot of headroom. It has a lot of space, a lot of leg room, and it gets a 7 out of 10.